Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Journey to the Summit. I'm here with my good friend Chris Guenther from NewsCorp. Hey Chris, can you introduce yourself to everybody for those who may not know you?
Sure. Good afternoon. This is Chris Guenther. I'm SVP and Global Head of Programmatic for NewsCorp and GM of NewsIQ.
You know, I'm asking everybody to tell us a little bit about the room that they're sitting in to work from home. Chris, tell me about where you are right now.
I am sitting in my bedroom in beautiful upstate New York, where I've been with my family at a little farmhouse for the last 8 weeks. It's slow but surely. We've upgraded the room from being, me sitting on the bed all day doing work to actually having a chair and a desk. So, and the upside of it is I'm actually looking outside at a beautiful red barn, which is very different from the view from my desk in New York City.
What do you think it's going to be life after? Like, are you going back to the office? When you go back to the city, what do you think?
It's great to see that many people can work remotely and have that option. For me and my team, we've always sort of done that already, so it wasn't sort of a new. But I think that one thing that's kind of shown is the importance of that human interaction, not on sort of the business as usual stuff. I think that's easy to do remotely. But I think that, being able to sit with people and brainstorm and whiteboard and come up with sort of new ideas and innovation, I think that ultimately is still better face-to-face. And I think that, for us at NewsCorp, and there's a lot of really cool things we're working on, a lot of things we kind of want to map out for the coming, months and years. I feel like I'm really looking forward to being back in the same space as people and talking about those and building up the plan. Not that we aren't doing it now, but I do think that a lot of those things can be accelerated more when you're face-to-face.
Awesome. So we're excited about the Brand Safety Summit. We just had our event in Asia with over 700 attendees, which is crazy. We're about to have the UK event in London, and then we'll be back to New York. But on the topic of brand safety, is it more important now than ever? Is it top of mind? Is it different? Or is it just as important as it ever was?
I think it's just as important as it ever was. It's getting more attention because of COVID and some of the keyword blocking issues. But, as someone who works at a premium news publisher who writes, compelling journalism that is, always to a premium audience and premium environment, but I think there's sometimes a misperception about just because a news story perhaps may be more negative or, of a different tone, it doesn't mean it's not brand safe because of the overall quality journalism that we produce. And I think that, so understanding what brand safety it means, understanding what brand suitability it means is an issue that predates the COVID crisis, but I think it's actually come to a head during these sort of dark days.
Brand safety as a theme is something that pulls people together for our events. But at the end of the day, we live in this community of people who are trying to make advertising better. Why is it so important?
I've been in this community for many years, more years than perhaps I'd like to admit. And, I still continue to be amazed at some of the talents of folks, across the industry, the men and the women, and, just some really smart people, some really good people in this industry, in this community. And, and that's going to be more critical than ever, have those kind of smart people, because we're facing so many different hurdles, so many different roadblocks, and not just because of COVID, but just to, obviously issues around transparency and, of course, brand safety. And I think we're going to need that community to kind of come together and help solve them. And this is across, industry associations and functional areas. And, I think we'll get there.
What are you looking forward to learning at the conference, and re-engaging with people?
I'm just looking forward to those ideas. You mentioned identity, right? And I think that that's such a critical issue for the industry. And, I think that there's some interesting ideas out there, some things that need to be better formed. And, and I'm looking forward to hearing what's going on. What are people thinking on the brand side? I know there's a lot of conversation among publishers, what's going on within ad tech, and kind of hearing those different ideas. And hopefully we can all come to some sort of consensus on next steps. So I'm looking forward to that, any kind of conversation around identity, because, as much as the, initially seemed so long ago or so far away when Google announced their Chrome change around third-party cookies, but that's going to come on sooner. So we need to really get together as an industry. I'm looking forward to talking about that at the event.
Good. Thanks, Chris. This was great. See you all at the summit.